Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Rich and this is Savage Supercars. First, I'd like to offer an apology. I'm really sorry guys, there hasn't been a video for a couple of weeks. Myself and KD have been so busy with work. Obviously we've still got to deal with the COVID situation, and where I live down in Kent, we had quite significant snowfall for the last 8 days, and that created a bit of a problem as well. So I'm really apologise that we've not been on social media much over the last sort of couple of weeks. It's just been a bit crazy, a bit hectic. We've just been so busy with work. As I said to you before, KD and I both have a full-time job as well as the channel, you know, so we have to do that. We have to pay the bills and move forward. So really sorry guys that I've been a bit absent on social media. Hopefully this video is going to make up. So I've got some information, some update on the channel on cars and everything else and what's going on. So let's get started, shall we? So I've actually got the truck back, and finally, after 3 weeks of the repair for the truck, I've got the truck back, which is great, you know, especially as we had snow. So I had the four-wheel drive truck help me get through all the bad weather over the last sort of 8 days, which is great. So I had the Astra, the last video, we had the Astra hire car, which, you know, I wasn't expecting. I didn't know what to expect with it, and I was a little bit, I suppose I was a bit judgmental. I'd already made my mind up that I wasn't going to like the car because I'm not a huge Vauxhall fan as such. However, it did surprise me, I'll be honest. I actually genuinely enjoyed the drive. It was quite punchy, it was quite powerful. You know, 145 brake horsepower from the 1.4 turbo engine. It was really comfy. I went into London a couple of times for work with it, did quite a few miles in it, and it was absolutely great. Couldn't fault it at all, to be fair. I think the spec was a little bit weird. So obviously it had heated seats, which I love. You know I love heated seats, and it actually had heated seats in the back, which I found was very strange for a car of that level. I mean, my kids loved it. My daughter absolutely loved the fact that I was picking her up from work and it was quite cold and she had the heated seats, but it didn't have any parking sensors. So a car that had quite an expensive option of heated seats, but it didn't have parking sensors front or rear, which I don't know, I assume that parking sensors are much the norm these days, as standard on all cars, but it didn't have it. It's obviously part of some kind of driver's pack. It had cruise control, which was fine. A little bit fiddly. Maybe I'm used to the Ford situation in the Ranger, or the BMW situation in the 3 Series, which is what I'm driving today. But yeah, so the cruise control worked. It was just a little bit fiddly, a bit of a ball ache, but it worked. But yeah, so no parking sensors. I didn't crash it. It wasn't a problem, but excuse me, I just found that a little bit strange. So the Astra's gone back, all fine. I'm really pleased to get the truck back. The repair on the truck is amazing, I have to say. Communication wasn't great. I had to keep chasing to get answers of when I was going to get it back and how it was going. But when it came back, it was a fantastic repair. I can't fault it at all. So thank you very much for the guys at FMG who took over nationwide. Really good repair. That was a great job done. So the truck's back. So channel update. Here we go. So as you know, we're looking for, or we were looking for a replacement this year for the BMW 3 Series convertible that we currently drive. And we've looked at lots of different things. We did a video, I'll add the link of what we were looking at. But all of a sudden, a spanner came up and kind of threw it. Well, my wife made a comment and it threw a spanner in the works of our thought process of what we wanted to do for the channel. And so now we're actually looking at 2 new cars for the channel this year. So 2021 could be 2 new cars for the channel. Both of them, I feel, real world, day to day, fall into the category of Savage cars. So fingers crossed, you guys will agree with me. And please, you know, message us below, add comments, let us know what you think, let us know your thoughts. So about 3.5 years ago, we had, as a family car, a Mini Cooper S, 2006 Mini Cooper S. I'll add a video to that in a second. And it was a great car. It was phenomenally good. It was it'd been tweaked a little bit. It was 185 brake. I think standard the 175 is 185. But for something that small, and it really had an amazing power system to it. It really pulled through the gears. It popped and banged on the overrun. It was a lot of fun. And these cars are fun cars. That's the thing I would like to add. These are fun cars, and I really loved it. But the reality was it wasn't big enough. As a family car, you know, we've got 2 very large German Shepherds, we've got 2 kids that are adults now, really, family shopping, etc, etc. My wife loved it and hated selling it, but we needed a bigger car, hence the reason why we got the 3 Series convertible. But I think she never really got it out of the system, my wife. I think she really loved the fun factor of the Cooper S. So while we were looking at different cars to replace this with for this year, all of a sudden she sort of said, well, I'd really like another Mini. I'd really like another Mini. I was like, okay, well, I'm not adverse to that. There's a lot we can do with it. So we started looking at Cooper S's, but then we also started looking at John Cooper Works specials. So they've got the better seats, slightly different trim to them, slightly different front, different wheels, and the uprated engine. So the standard Cooper S is about 175, 185. The John Cooper Works is 211 brake as standard. And we started looking around, and I found a few that I really like. And I would like something that, you know, yes, it's for my wife to pot about in during the week, but it's also for the channel. So it's something we want to do things with, like wrap it and, you know, change the exhaust, tweak the engine stage to it, stage 1 or 2, tune it, really mess about with it. So we're looking for a John Cooper Works. I have found a couple that I really like. The video I've just sent you of the white and red one, or cream and red one from R&K up north. Really love that car. Low mileage, only 3 owners. So 211 brake. But I spoke to the guys at Talk of Telford, really good guys. You know, he's done a few videos with those guys, really good guys, and they easily said they can get it up to over 300 brake, easily get that to 300 brake, which, when you think about it, that car, this little car, the size of the average person's trainer box, and it's going to get, I can get 300 brake horsepower with it, which is absolutely insane. So it's going to have the looks, the sound, the popping and bang. It's going to have the power delivery to it, and we're really up for this. So we are looking at a John Cooper Works Mini, kind of 09 onwards, something that we can wrap, you know, do some crazy wrap with it, mess about with the exhaust to make it sound absolutely ridiculous, get some power up there. You know, for me, 300 brake horsepower Mini would be fantastic. Now, I did talk, again, the guys at Talk of Telford said, you know, there's other things they could do. They could get it sort of 350 brake, the same as the new Mini GP, the GP2, the new one that's out. I mean, that just seems insane, and I don't know if it would be livable. I'll be honest, I don't feel 350 brake from a little Mini, it's a small chassis, it's a day-to-day driver. My wife will be using it every day. I'm not sure whether that would be too much, if there's such a thing as too much power for such a small car. But guys, listen, we're going to see. We'll see what happens. So definitely this year on the channel, we're looking to get a John Cooper Works Mini and really mess about with it. There's a few guys out there that know some really good stuff that you can do with a Mini. I don't want to start lowering it. Obviously, it's low enough. We've got to be able to drive it. We've got speed humps where we live, so I want to be able to drive it, but I want something that is fun. And when I was doing research on the Mini, that's one thing that came about. Quite a few of these cars have quite a lot of owners. So they might not have a high mileage, but they might have like 6 owners or 7 owners. And I was chatting to a couple of car dealers I know, and they said, well, yeah, because a lot of guys have their Cooper S or the John Cooper Works as a weekend toy. They keep it for a year, they have a bit of fun with it, and then they get it gone. And so even though the mileage isn't that high, the actual ownership is quite high, because a lot of people have it for having a bit of fun with it, you know, and they are a lot of fun. Our Cooper S was a wicked little car, really was a wicked little car. I loved it, and a very good friend of mine actually bought the car off me, and I spoke to him. He's got another Cooper S as well, and we spoke about doing a video later this year with both his Cooper S's, and obviously one of the ones was the one that we owned, the one that he bought off his brother. I think that'll be a good video to do. There's a lot of fun, and both those Cooper S's weirdly drive differently. So one of them is the standard 175 brake. The one that you bought from us was tweaked slightly, make it 185 brake, but they both drive completely differently. So there'll be a future video on that, guys. My friend Brett will be on the video. He's got a couple of these Minis, and I think that'll be good fun. So that's the first car. Secondly, I'm looking to change my company car. Now, we've had a conversation before about company cars and the process of it, and I love the idea of company cars. I like helping people pick their new company car, you know, trying to get them to think a little bit outside the box. They don't have just to have a bog standard white run-of-the-mill general car. You can actually have, there's cars in the list if you look hard enough to have a bit of fun with, and I'm in quite a fortunate position that my next company car, I'm not going to get another truck. The truck is going, I'm not getting another truck, but I am looking at I was looking at a 120 M Sport. I was looking at the new Golf GTD, which I think looks amazing. I know that the Golf GTI, the Mark 8, hasn't had great reviews. They said you know, VW, they feel have lost their way a little bit. But the new GTD is 200 brake for a diesel Golf GTD. Absolutely stunning car. Love the new seats, love the new styling. But when I was talking to JCT600, who's the company we use, they threw a bit of a spanner in the works. So as of Monday last week, added to the new car list for our company cars, for my band of cars that I can have, is the new BMW 128ti. I couldn't believe it. I had to double check and ask questions. Are you sure? This is definitely there. Now, the benefit in kind is quite high because obviously of what it is, so I'll be paying more tax. But park that for a second and just think about this. So a really well spec'd front wheel drive performance hot hatch from BMW that has, are you ready for this, 265 brake horsepower as a company car. That is insane. That is ridiculous. I am like buzzing like mad. If I can get this, if I can make this work for me this year, so you've got the new John Cooper Works on the drive and you've got the new 128ti on the drive, that will be an amazing opportunity for Savage Supercars this year. Now obviously the 128ti will be a company car, so that I'm limited to what I can do with it, but we can take it on road trips, we can do a lot of fun. KD and myself have said we'd actually like to go to the Nürburgring in Germany. If we can have European travel, then we would love to take that over there and just have a go with it. I mean, I've looked at a lot of the reviews already. It's quite a new car, it hasn't been out that long, but a lot of guys are saying it drives better than the 135i. The driver appeal and the feel to it is better than the 135i. Straight away, it's front wheel drive, not four wheel drive. So that reduced the weight by about 80 kilos, which will make a massive difference. Now, weirdly, it's the same engine, so the BMW engine in the 128i is the same engine that's in the 135i, and also the same engine that's in the Mini GP2. So we already know that you can get sort of 350 out of brake horsepower out of it. So that's standard at the moment. It's 265 brake horsepower, 300 foot-pound of torque. It wouldn't be that difficult to get it to 350 brake and 400 foot-pound of torque because it is the same engine principally. But it's front wheel drive, not four wheel drive, so that reduces the weight. It's 8-speed paddle shift auto. I am really hoping that I can get this to work for me as a company car. Would be amazing. I'm doing a lot of traveling into London at the moment. We're really busy with work, so the truck has done its job, it's done its purpose, but I think now it's time to change the truck for something else. And I want something that's going to have a bit of fun, give me that appeal, give me that buzz of that I'm going to drive every day. So I think the 128ti I think could be absolutely fantastic. Hopefully there's some images coming on the screen that you can see. I think it's an amazing car. The interior I love. I'm looking either the white or the black. I want the Magna red leather. I want sun protection glass, and I want heated steering wheel. That's it. I don't, you know, I'm not gonna. They do a pro pack which changes the wheels to 19-inch and a couple of other bits and pieces, but I'm not overly worried by that. I love the Magna red leather that BMW do. I think it's amazing, and I think with that car, especially either the black or the white, that would really stand out. So I think that is definitely got to happen. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing, guys, really buzzing. So fingers crossed this is going to come off this year. That's my plan. So we're in the hunt now. Now the snow's gone, the weather's getting a little bit better. We're looking for a John Cooper Works as the initial car, and then I'm looking to change my company car from the Range truck to the new BMW 128ti. And like I say, I will be paying more benefit in kind. I will be paying more tax on this car because it's another level of car. It's based on the CO2, it's based on the cost of the car, etc. But do you know what? To have that kind of car for 3 years as my daily driver for work, I do a lot of miles for work, I think would be amazing. And I think it would be worth paying the extra in tax. I really do. I mean, none of us want to pay tax. We all know that. It's part of what we have to do. If you have a company vehicle, it's part of day-to-day, the benefit in kind. But I think the car is worth it. I think BMW really nailed it with this 128ti. Hopefully I'm going to have a car for a few days in a couple of weeks' time to test drive. Obviously, if I do, then that'll be on the channel immediately. But yeah, it's looking really promising, guys. So That being said, myself and KD will be on the channel again next week. I've got loads of cars to test drive, guys. I've got a couple of really nice sporty Jags. I've got an A-Class A200 AMG line. I've got the new RAV4. Somebody's getting a brand new RAV4. Somebody's getting a brand new VW Tiguan Elegance. I've still got all the supercars to do. I've got the Audi R8 that the guy he's postponed delivery or purchasing. He was going to purchase at the end of March. It's going to be the end of May now. I've still got the Aston Martins. One of my good friend of mine's offered me his Aston Martins to do a video on, an M4. So I've still got lots and lots to go for, guys. There's a really nice tuned up Audi A1 that I really want to get on the channel because I think that's a real appeal car at the moment. It looks amazing. Really does look fantastic, and it's within budget for most people. So there's lots to go on, guys. It's just been a little bit crazy. I'm really sorry that Katie and myself haven't been there for a couple of weeks. It's just been bad with work. We've just been so inundated with work and finding the time to do what we love doing. We want to do this video. You know, we love the channel. We want to push it this year. You know, I know COVID is still there. And the channel's going to be a year old next month in March, so you know we really want to take it to the next level and really push the channel, but it's just been a bit crazy. So I do apologise, guys, that I've been a little bit quiet on the channel. Things will start to get better now. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please push the notification button. It's really, really important. Put the thumbs up if you like it. We've got lots of content. You know, myself and KD have got a real passion for cars. We just want to share that with you guys. There's lots of opportunities out there. You know, obviously we want to go to the Geneva show. Last year couldn't go. Same thing again. We're not going to go this year because obviously it's going to be a virtual show. There's so much we want to do with the channel. So many opportunities. Just bear with us, guys. We will get out of this pandemic. We will move forward, and the channel will just go from strength to strength to strength. So thank you for those that already support us. Thank